Here behind me is where a scam call turned deadly. The man who lives here is accused of shooting and killing an Uber driver. William Brock had been receiving multiple threatening scam calls the morning of March 25th. The calls were concerning an incarcerated relative, and Brock was told to meet at the courthouse to pay a ransom of $12,000 in bail money. Wow. Around the same time of the call, Lolitha Hall received directions from the same person or an accomplice, instructing her to go to Brock's home to pick up a package for delivery. Dashcam video from Hall's car shows her arrive to Brock's home to pick up that package. According to reports from the Clark County Sheriff's Office, Brock allegedly had a gun. This video appears to confirm that, and when she tried to go, authorities say Brock then shot Hall. They started fighting, and he shot her 2 more times. Authorities received a call from Brock saying he had shot someone on his property because they were trying to rob him. When units arrived, they found Hall with multiple gunshot wounds, and Brock was bleeding from his head. Hall was flown to Kettering Hospital in Dayton, where she died. Officials were on scene. Brock's landline phone kept ringing, and when one officer picked it up, the man on the other line said he was an officer, and the real officer explained what happened and asked the caller to meet, and he agreed, but never showed up. There is no other way to describe this incident than a horrific tragedy. Our hearts continue to be with Lolitha's loved ones as they grieve her sudden loss. We have been in contact with law enforcement and remain committed to supporting their investigation. End quote. Uber also went on to say the account of the individual who ordered the Uber trip has been banned.
Wow. Who was wrong in this situation? You have a woman who is working for Uber, and Uber's not, she's working for Uber. She's going to deliver a package. Now, Uber package is a, service that they offer. She goes to get the package. The guy comes outside with a weapon. Once he comes outside with the weapon, she backs down. Is she wrong? Is he wrong? Because somebody's on his property. He doesn't know that they're on his property. He has the right to protect his home. So you have 2 different situations right now. Forget the back end of what happened, because what happened is not what ended up happening as a result. Let's dive in a little bit deeper to who's wrong. I am going to take a stance now, and I'm going to say that I feel like he was wrong. She was only doing her job. I don't think he's wrong to protect his home. I don't think he's wrong to protect his family and, his property. But I think he's wrong to come out with a weapon at a woman who doesn't have a weapon. Now, I want to say something real quick. He's not wrong for having a weapon, because anybody could just pull out something real quick and it could be over. If you agree, right, agree. He's not wrong. You should protect yourself. But assess the situation. That's the best thing I could say. He could have did better at assessing the situation. Once you, boom, you've made a choice. That's what it is. That's why he has the charges that he has right now. I need to know, is he wrong? Is she wrong? I don't want to say it's a racial thing. That'd be corny. I want to say it's an American and an American situation. Because if you reverse the shoes on the other foot, if it was a Uber driver that came to the house and it was a black man that came out the door with the gun, I think it would be handled a lot differently, but we'll get into that in a second. But it would still be him protecting his home. And I think that's just the bottom line. He did call. Obviously, if she was on the other foot, he would have called. Would have been the same situation. I would just hope that they would have given him the same respect that they gave this man to just lock him up and not, assess the situation. I side with both parties on this, though, because, it's your right to protect your home, and then it's your right to do your job. there is no better way to just do your job. You know, if the protocol is for her to get to the Uber, I don't know what the protocol is. Maybe I could break that down in the comments. What is the protocol for the process? Do you you pull into the property, you get out, you grab the package, you take a picture? Like, what is the process? If that is the process to the T, then she did right. Did she accept? I mean, and I don't know if she had to explain that to him. I mean, there's probably an Uber on the car. If he sees somebody pulled up, he would see these type of things if you're looking. You know, I don't know what type of area he lives in. You know, is he in a area where people just don't do that? You know, I don't know. This is Ohio is where this happened. And he has been charged. And somebody did lose, you know, their whole, you know, life in the situation. So the main thing I want to do is just ask who was wrong. What are your view on this whole situation? And that's pretty much it. This channel is dedicated to just being honest and being free and nobody holding back from what you feel. So please let me know in your opinion, and I'll respect it in the comments. We're at 47,000 on the channel right now. Get me to 1 million. I'll see you on the next one.